I'm going
How
to
did you
tell
start out?
I'm going to tell you.
I'll start again. How did you start out?
I like the way you did start out.
Okay.
Don't over-edit this. I beg of you. Everybody thinks I started as a stand-up. I started as a writer. I went to college, and I moved to L.A., and the first show I wrote on was Sanford & Son, which of course there was a British version first.
Steptoe & Son, yeah.
Yeah, and I submitted a spec script to that. It was a hit show here, and I, at 23, 24, started writing a television series. So I was a television writer. About 3 years into that, when I realized, oh my God, can I do this the rest of my life? And I wandered into the Comedy Store on amateur night and said, this looks like the most frightening thing anyone can do. But I knew, you know, I'd always studied comedians, and so I went up on stage on amateur night and was stiff and tight and had memorized material. I had never been on stage. I wasn't a performer. So it took me then years. I said, well, I'm going to stop writing and just do this and see who I am. Really, my goal was to do The Tonight Show because, as you know here, Johnny Carson was everything to comedians, and we all wanted to be on the show. And so the talent booker from The Tonight Show came to see me at the Comedy Store, and I had a good set. And he came back the next week, and then he said, we want you on next week.
Wow.
From Hollywood, The Tonight Show.
I had dinner tonight at a little restaurant. You know, when you go in a place and they say, sit down, we're going to call you when your table's ready, and you sit down and you listen for your name over some cheap speaker, you know, and you never hear your name. What you hear is, so, how are you two? So. Is that us? You ask him, honey. You look stupid. You go up there and find out. I'd feel funny, honey, but you're dressed for it. Go on up there. What they should do is just describe the people, see? Then we'd know who they're talking about. They could just go, the couple with the ugly children. Your table's ready? And we'd know it's these people over here. We're so sorry. You want to cover those kids up? We're going to try to eat here. Thank you very much.
That's nice to see. Nice to see somebody new come out and really have some funny material. His name is Garry Shandling. You'll hear a lot about him. We'll be back right after this.
My agent must have been watching The Tonight Show and thought, that guy looks familiar.
Right.
And suddenly I started to get a lot of bookings to go out and perform and do stand-up and open for people. And then I kept doing The Tonight Show and then eventually hosted The Tonight Show, and that was another leap in my career.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Garry Shandling.
I'm like just an ambulance chaser host. That's all it is. I park out NBC and call up and go,
Is he coming in?
Yeah, how's Johnny feeling tonight? I'm skipping a couple steps because at some point I had created It's Garry Shandling Show, and so all my writer abilities came back.
I loved It's Garry Shandling. I was hooked on the theme tune. It was so postmodern the way it played with, you know, the notion of what a theme tune was for. As soon as he said, "This is the theme to Garry's show," my ears pricked up.
This is the theme to Garry's show. The theme to Garry's show. Gary called me up and asked if I would write his theme song. I'm almost halfway finished. How do you like it so far? How do you like the theme to Garry's show?
And then I had to decide if I was going to do a talk show, because I was guest hosting The Tonight Show. Did I want to have my own talk show or do something else? And
so your choice was do a real chat show or a show about a chat show?
The fact is, that's how I work. I do what frightens me and what's going to be the most challenging.
I had the same challenge. I worked in an office and my choice was actually work in an office for the rest of my life or write a show about working in an office.
What kind of office did you work in?
It was an open plan office. It was
Pardon me?
An open plan office.
What is that?
Just a big room where you didn't even have walls between you and someone you might have hated. There's a thing we put in the office. I actually built a wall of files to try and get my own office.
Right.
At one point I had a wigwam up. I'd found this big curtain.
So you got the idea to write about that office?
Yeah, I worked in an office for 7 years and...
So you knew it?
Absolutely.
You do. I don't actually want to have to look at you, Garry.
Can't do that.
Why not? Health and safety.
Health. Why, is it crushed by cardboard or what?
No. Number 1, blocking out light. Number 2, misuse of company files.
Misuse of files. Right, yeah, see, this is why the whole redundancy thing doesn't bother me, because if I have to work with him for another day, right, I will slit my throat.
Yeah, you won't do it like that though. You get the knife in behind the windpipe, pull it down like that.
Oh, I could just apply for another job.
I've got a confession.
Oh, please.
When they were filming me getting made up and talking about you're one of my heroes and I wonder what he's like. I wonder if he's as funny in real life and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I said I said he was the all-round comedian. He's great at stand-up. He's got a voice. He's auteured these things. He's done the class.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, and he's got a funny face. And I mean, I'm taking a risk. I was needed to in case you walk out. I think you look a bit like.
That's okay.
I'm
just prepared. I'm just preparing myself.
You can go. Listen, I'm a fat little pug-nosed fuck.
Well, leave me something to say about you. But.
Okay, I think, and I say this affectionately, that you sometimes look a little bit like Bingo from the Banana Splits.
I don't know who that is, but why don't you go ahead and explain it and see how much deeper you can get yourself.
You've got a big smile. You've got a big smile.
Is that an English reference?
No,
what
Banana
is
Splits
it?
are American.
Do you know what that is? What is it? How insulting is it? On a level of 1 to 10, about an 8, right? That's what I sense.
I give it 7.
Has someone got the internet that we can go and print out a picture
I don't know who it is.
of Bingo from the Banana Splits?
Does that make you feel good about yourself to attack me that way? Is it a compliment?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Because
How
you're a
so?
funny person.
Uh-huh.
You're a funny person. Oh, see, I'm a bit chilly now.
It is. It's a little cool. Would you like a jacket?
Yeah.
Let me get you a jacket because it got a little cool and the sun has gone
Not
down.
one like that though.
Oh boy. When I come back,
Okay.
we should pick up where we left off.
Hurry up though.
That's the way it works.
Is Bingo?
Oh.
Is that him?
No, that's Snork. That's Bingo. I can't show him that. He's going to be so insulted.
Good luck.
Why did I fucking say that?
Okay.
Okay.
You wanted a jacket, right?
Yeah.
So I brought a pair of shorts.
Okay.
Now
great.
these are shorts that I wear when I box. I box every other day. I actually go boxing
Really?
and with a trainer and spar and
I do
started
that.
about 3 years ago.
I box. So, yeah.
You box?
Yeah.
So how long?
I did a celebrity boxing match, and I was just this fat lump out of shape, and I thought my heart was going to burst.
Yeah.
And then I've sort of kept it up.
Really?
Yeah. Imagine
Good
what
for
it'd look
you.
like if I didn't.
I would try this if it fits.
That great. Well,
I think you'll look good in that. And it is chilly.
What do you think?
I think you look good in that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay.
Here.
Someone printed out a picture of Banana Splits, and I want you to know that I've forgotten how insulting it was, and I didn't mean it to be that insulting. But do you want to see it?
I'm going to be...
Which one do you think reminded me of you in some ways?
They're animated characters.
Well, no, they were actually guys in suits. Look.
Oh. Well, I apologize. I thought it was an insult. I complimented. Thank you.
But I could have said you look like Snork.
Oh no, I think that's if I look like that, that's fantastic. I'm very happy. I should get a little drum, shouldn't I? That would make you so happy.
I asked Larry David what Jewish humour was, and he thought for a long time, and said there's a lot of complaining. I should have done that in the form of a question.
I don't think
As
so.
opposed to just
That was a
telling you what
question.
someone else said.
No, I think that was a question. I think
I'm not a real interviewer.
I think I've never really dissected Jewish humor, but I would imagine it's mostly complaining in a funny way. Jewish humor is complaining in a funny way
Of course.
about the
Otherwise it wouldn't be humour.
sufferings in
It would
life.
just be Jewish.
Yes. That's correct.